Hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit, and tonight I'm going to be checking out Burning Heart by DragonForce featuring Alissa from Arch Enemy. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown me and my channel so far. It truly means a lot, and I could not do this without you. So folks, DragonForce. I think I've done one reaction to DragonForce, and it was, I believe, in the earlier stages of this channel. It was probably about a year and a half ago, maybe, if not a little bit longer. And I didn't really go into DragonForce after that. And I know that I remember enjoying the video, and I liked, like, from what I remember, they were just like really fast guitars. It did have a little bit of a cheesy quality to it, but I also respected, there was a lot of speed in the guitars from what I could tell. But once again, I really didn't think about it too much. And the reason I think I'm doing this video is a couple things. So I'm going to Finland to the Tuska Festival, and DragonForce is one of the bands playing at the festival. That's one thing. So I remember seeing them going, oh, okay, DragonForce, I think I'll check them out, you know, that kind of thing. And then, as luck would have it, I was perusing through YouTube and I saw that they released this song featuring Alissa from Arch Enemy. And if you've been a fan of this channel, you know I am a huge fan of Arch Enemy, specifically the Alissa version of Arch Enemy. So I feel like the world is telling me that I need to start paying attention to DragonForce. So that's essentially why we're here today, folks, is I'm going to give DragonForce another shot and see, you know, where we stand with it. Like I said, I know it's more, you know, power metal, and the one song that I did before, it had a little bit of a, like, for me, it was kind of a cheesy aspect to it, but I remember liking the instrumentation. And so, you know, maybe it's completely different and I just had an offshoot one, or maybe that is indicative of their sound and whatnot. So, hey, you know what? Let's try it out. And once again, if Alissa's involved, it's gotta be cool. So, yeah. So let's go check out Burning Heart by DragonForce. Okay, I noticed something weird a little bit earlier. That drum set is very odd looking to me. It's got a lot of gaps in the drum set, and I think it's just the way the stands are. And it, like, while it looks really cool, like how the stands are, there's like this whole like middle section that like you never see in other drum sets. Like normally there's just a bunch of, like, I guess it's toms, or I don't really know drum sets, but you know, they're usually all over. It usually fills up the room, but it looks like here there's just like such like a huge gap where you can usually never see the drummer's like waist and stuff. And this one is, it just, I don't know, it just looks weird to me, or it looks like, I don't know, maybe I'm just used to bigger kick drums being in the way. Like maybe those are smaller kick drums. I don't really know, but it seems like there's a lot of open space there, and maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments, folks, if I'm just on my own island here. But for me, it kind of throws me off just a little bit. As far as I do remember, I didn't realize it was Herman Lee in DragonForce, but he's like a ridiculous guitar player. I do know that. You know, when I watch various guitar players on YouTube and whatnot, he's always represented. I didn't realize this was like his band until just now, and maybe I saw that in the original video I did from them, but completely forgot. But yeah, that dude's a completely beast. He's a complete beast, I should say, on guitar. So big ups there so far. So anyway, let me get back to it. I'll rewind it just a little bit so we don't miss anything. Trapped within this hideaway, the world of our run down. I'm going to rewind that because it sounds like we're going to get to an epic guitar solo, but I really love the fact that Alissa's clean singing in this, and it's not, I love her harsh vocals, but I love her clean singing as well, and I think she needs more opportunity with the clean singing. It seems like every time she's a feature, she's always doing harsh vocals, which is great, but this is a cool little, step with the clean singing. So I actually really, really appreciate that. Do we normally get bass solos in DragonForce music? That is awesome. I love that. That is so cool. You don't. When do you see a cool bass solo? You just don't. Big ups. I'm gonna go back a little bit because this guy looks like he's about to solo too. feel like I've been sleeping on DragonForce. That was awesome. Like, man, the guitars were insane. It just like constantly. Then you get the bass solo, just like and nothing but like blast beats. At least I feel like it was just, you know, super speed, intense and fast, and just awesome. Like man, it just seemed, it was just like so good, so great. The only thing I would say interesting is I loved Alissa's vocals, as I mentioned before. I like the fact that they gave her opportunity for clean singing. And then as soon as I said that, the harsh vocals kicked in, which, you know, I think that's what she's known for. And those are awesome as well. I don't even need to say anything about those. But no, I like the clean singing. The DragonForce vocalist, though, I didn't get enough of him in a weird sort of way. It seemed like it was definitely focused more on Alissa, which is great. But I also didn't get to hear him, so I'm kind of curious to see what DragonForce sounds like with him, because I don't know, like his vocals didn't really stand out to me, and so maybe it's just because Alissa was more overpowering. But man, the band themselves, the musicianship is insane. I absolutely need to check them out at the Tuska Fest, because that was super cool. And apparently it just seems like I've been sleeping on DragonForce this whole time. So folks, if you're a big fan of DragonForce, you know, let me know what songs I should check out. You know, is this song indicative of like most of the DragonForce songs, or is this a complete one-off, all that kind of good stuff? You know, let me know. And because apparently I need to check out some DragonForce based on this, at least. So yeah, folks, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. It would truly mean a lot to me and only further this channel. More importantly, though, please leave comments. The comments are where I get to meet you guys and have all kinds of cool dialogue. And yeah, let me know about DragonForce, folks. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.